Here's the question. Should San Antonio City Council members get six-figure salaries? It is a possibility being considered by the Charter Review Commission, which was assembled by Mayor Ron Nuremberg.
And while the commission hasn't settled on an amount to recommend, Garrett Berger tells us that the talk of pay raises is raising eyebrows, including on the council itself.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our City Council meeting.
The same for nearly 9 years now, San Antonio Council member pay isn't going to make anyone rich. Many members continue to work at least part-time off the dais, and the salary was one reason a recent councilwoman left office early. But what should they get is a question bound to get sharp opinions.
We're a city where many of our household incomes struggle. We know that.
Current council salaries were based off the area median income when they were set back in 2015. Before that, it was just $20 a meeting. This time around, a preliminary recommendation is to choose a group of people to base council's pay on, and then adjust periodically. The group a working committee chose as an example was director-level city employees. Even at a portion of that group's median income, the council and mayor's salaries could go as high as $125,000 or $140,000.
We talked with 5 council members to get their thoughts. Most of them thought that example was a bit high.
It should shock the conscience. It really should shock the conscience.
While Manny Pelaez, who's mulling a run for mayor, said no raise was needed, some, like Terry Castillo, thought a smaller bump would be more appropriate.
It's fair to look at the city leadership pay, but I do believe looking at what the average city of San Antonio resident is earning and evaluating from there would be a great start. District
3 Councilwoman Phyllis Villagran had a very different take. She said in a statement that council members put in 60-hour work weeks and the pay should be closer to what county commissioners make. Currently, they're even further into the six-figure range. The commission's final recommendations aren't due to the full council until June. And even if council members put it onto the ballot, it will be up to San Antonio voters whether any change makes it through. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Taking a look outside with live cam. Yes. Sounds like, feels like, looks like we might get a little something this afternoon in the Department of Rain.
It's going to be hit or miss, but some folks will get some rain. We're seeing a little bit on the radar this afternoon, which is encouraging, and I think we'll get a few more storms as we head into tonight. Let's look at the aquifer. It's still falling. Boy, we need some rain. It's down 0.2 of a foot, 641 even. In your pollen count, no surprise here, Oak leads the way. It's in a moderate category, 150. Mold, Hackberry, and Mulberry are all there. We'll get you a radar update. We'll talk about the up and down forecast we've got coming up, which includes some cool temperatures this weekend. It's straight ahead.
All right, Ursula, you said the R word right before the break.
Well,
rain.
A lot of people, in the springtime we get rain usually, and that's important. But like Mike is off the weather.
Yes.
Off the weather duty. He is on the entertainment.
Yes, indeed. And of course food, because we were talking food, and it is National Cereal Day. I know, RJ, we talked about this morning on GMSA. So there is a list, and we'll, during the show, give you the list of the top 10 cereals. But what is your favorite cereal?
Ooh, okay, I already shared this one. Mine is Honey Bunches of Oats, strawberry. The strawberry version of Honey Bunches of Oats.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it, yeah.
Oh, Ursula, what about you?
I have not had a bowl of cereal in decades. But
Really?
there used to be something, it was like honeycombs.
There you go, honeycombs, that's right.
Remember that? Do they even sell that anymore?
There, yeah.
And they have the little bees.
Yep. I remember that well, the old honeycombs. And nothing like a bowl of cereal, even in the middle of the evening, it's just kind of, it's one of those satisfying things. So anyway, scan that QR code that we're going to pop up there in a second and let us know your favorite cereal. And we are going to show you the top 10 list. And something interesting, and again, RJ, we talked about this morning. What is number 2 on the list? Maybe you had it as a kid.
I was
we'll talk about that.
I was definitely surprised with that one, for sure.
Yes. Also, since we're talking food and breakfast food, not just for breakfast, but look what we have on the show today. Boss Bagels. That is just a little sampling of some of the delicious bagels, all the different sandwiches, all the little goodies. Yeah, we're going to be taste testing that coming up a little bit later on.
Yeah, that Fiesta bagel looks pretty good. Thank you.
Already thinking Fiesta. Always thinking Fiesta.
Always. I know there's cereal at Justin's house because he's got little kids. Yes. What's your favorite?
Good stuff. The sugary stuff. No, for me, it's Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
I thought you were going to say something like bland and weedy.
Oh, shredded wheat? No. Listen, you get it's
wow.
It's a bonus.
Okay, sorry.
You get chocolate milk after the fact. It's great.
You excited him more than he thought you would.
So
I liked it.
Okay, let's go to the radar real quick, and I'll show you what we got going on out there. We've had some light showers here around San Antonio. Most of it's been the drizzly type stuff, nothing that's been terribly heavy. But we're starting to see a little more action in the hill country now, parts of Kerr County and up towards Edwards County. Let me zoom in a little bit closer on this. These are pretty isolated thunderstorms, so you're not going to get, actually I say thunderstorms, there's not any thunder or lightning with them yet, but they are trying to develop a little bit further, and they certainly could develop with some lightning strikes here over the next 10 to 15 minutes as they work their way north and east just to the west of Mountain Home, and they'll work up towards the Junction area and Harper. We'll keep an eye on that, but that is well away from San Antonio, and here across Bexar County, not a lot right now, other than some of that patchy drizzle and very light rain. So are we going to get rain tonight? That's the big question, right? Well, I will tell you that this storm system, a lot of the energy is just to our north. So we're always on the tail end of things, it feels like. And that will certainly be the case as we head into tonight. Doesn't mean we won't get rain, but our rain chances aren't great. 75 at 4 o'clock, then a 20% chance of rain going into this evening. We'll bump that up to a 30% chance once we get into the overnight hours, and especially by tomorrow morning. There's the scene outside. Generally overcast. I don't expect a lot of sun today. Temperatures at this hour are sitting at 73 in New Braunfels, 60s, upper 60s for Bernie and Kerrville. And these temperatures just won't move a whole lot because of the cloud cover, but we'll gain a few more degrees throughout the afternoon. And there is a bit of sun showing up as you get out towards Uvalde and Eagle Pass. Let's look at the bigger picture here, and you can kind of get a general sense of what's going on. We've got showers and storms lining up from Dallas-Fort Worth down along I-20 and then back down into the hill country, starting to get a little bit of lift, but our storm system is still back out to the west, still out here. See that spin right there? Moves east, and that's what's going to pull a front through, and that will give us our best opportunity for rain. So let's go to midnight. Still not showing much, but as we get into, say, 3 a.m., showers and storms start to redevelop across the hill country, and as this front moves a little bit closer. Now, if you were watching yesterday, this painted a much better picture for us for showers and storms. Not the case this go around. The models have kind of updated and backed away from that really good rain chance, and now we're just talking about just some isolated stuff as that front comes through. Once it does come through, we'll get some drier air by tomorrow afternoon. It will be warm. Then we'll get a stronger front coming through Saturday morning before sunrise, and that means a cooler weekend. That severe weather risk, well, that's moved north too. So Blanco, Kerrville, Fredericksburg, tail end of things where we could get a couple strong storms, but the better odds of that are going to be well to the north up along I-20 and towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Same idea with the rain too. Just not much out of this, unfortunately, maybe up to 1/10 of an inch. So we have a 30% chance of rain tonight, 20% chance early tomorrow, turning breezy and warm 83, and then 65 Saturday, 66 on Sunday. Important though, Saturday morning, I know we got soccer matches, we got stuff outside, kiddos have got activities, it's start of spring break. It's going to be chilly. 45, wind chills could be in the 30s Saturday morning, so bundle up.
Yeah, you can always take off your windbreaker.
Yeah.
All right, 30% chance. I like that, Justin. So you're telling me there's a chance. Here we go. Are you ready for some spring football? We check in with the San Antonio Brahmas and the former Bernie Greyhound who's battling for the starting quarterback spot. That is coming up next in sports. Welcome back. Well, a former Bernie Greyhound star is now in the running for the starting quarterback spot with your San Antonio Brahmas. Check out behind me Quentin Dormandy, KSAT 12 Sports. Mary Rominger went to Brahmas training camp in the Dallas-Fort Worth area this week and spoke with him one-on-one.
Not only another opportunity, but the only team that has connections to your hometown. What does that mean to you to potentially get to play in front of San Antonio again, or to play?
Yeah, for sure. No, it's exciting. I mean, you know, obviously got a lot of friends and stuff down there, and, you know, that's where it kind of started for me as far as, you know, playing big-time Texas football. So definitely excited to get back down there in front of those people and, you know, go and ball out.
Where are you at mentally as you approach this next journey? I know you're battling for the starting job of the Brahmas. How is that battle going, but also how are you approaching this season?
Yeah, just approaching it day by day, just going and doing what I can control. You know, it's I've said it before, but this is, a very different offense than what I've been in. So just trying to take it day by day and progress daily and control what I can control and see what happens in the end.
And you have a very experienced coach in Wade Phillips kind of leading the way. I know you guys are only a week into spring training, but what have you seen from him so far that's gotten you excited about what you can learn from a coach like him, and Texas born and raised too?
Yeah, for sure. No, Coach Wade's been awesome. He's been around the game a lot. So I think he's taking care of us and making sure that we're all on the same page and doing what he can to take care of us to get us ready come March 31st.
We have some music going on,
All right. Well, good luck to Quentin there. So switching gears here, the Spurs continue their road trip on the West Coast. This time, they're out there in Cali taking on the Sacramento Kings. Tip-off is at 9 p.m., but there will be no Victor Wembanyama tonight. He will miss the game with an ankle injury. Gets better, Vic. We will have the latest updates from that game during the Night Beats. All right, the UTSA women's basketball team finished 4th in the regular season and are getting ready for their conference tournament. The Roadrunners have a double bye, which means that they will not play until the quarterfinals. That's going to be on Monday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The AAC tourney starts this Saturday and spans 5 days at Dickies Arena out there in Fort Worth. How about the UIW women's team? They closed out the regular season at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. First quarter, looking here, Ramey McCrary hitting the jumper, and the Cardinals have an early lead 10-6, but the Islanders would bounce back, winning this one 65-43. UIW earns the 4th seed in their tournament, that being the Southland Conference basketball tournament. All right, the men had the nightcap out there in Corpus. Josiah Hammonds feeds the ball to Sky Wicks. What a name there for the 3, and the Cardinals are all tied up at 13. But just like the women here, the men could not hang on with the A&M Corpus Christi squad. The Islanders win this one in the men's matchup, 71-52. TMA A&M Corpus Christi is heading to the Southland Conference tournament. Unfortunately, UIW season is all but over. And Ursula, I do want to remind people the UIDL States tournament at the Alamo Dome is also tipping off today as well. 2 local teams, Cole Veterans Memorial, Cole High School, of course, Shaquille O'Neal, a proud alum of Cole High School.
And is Shaquille going to be there maybe?
We'll see. He may make an appearance. He's hard to miss. He's hard to miss.
All right, Shaq, interview one-on-one.
There you go. Exactly.
All right, still ahead in our next half hour. The State of the Union is happening tonight, what the president is expected to talk about, and how this could impact the 2024 presidential election.
And speaking of elections, we're breaking down Super Tuesday votes from Bexar County and other major cities across the Lone Star State.
A woman in jail right now after San Antonio police say that she hit a man with her car, and it was all caught on camera. Police arresting this woman, 35-year-old Kathleen Ashmore Prather, for aggravated robbery after the victim told them he saw her and another person breaking into mailboxes. SIPD says it happened in the 6900 block of Bella Verso. That's in the Vistas gated community on the north side. The man approached them, tried to get them to stop, he said, but in his efforts to stop them from leaving, the woman hit him with her car. The Homeowners Association front gate cameras captured the whole incident.
An assistant principal from a local high school lost his job after he was arrested. Joshua Peters used to work at Steele High School, you see him right here, and according to Cibolo police, officers got a tip that he might have been holding marijuana. Investigators say that Peters gave officers permission to search his vehicle, and they in fact did find marijuana and a smoking pipe. Police took Peters to the Guadalupe County Jail. The Shirt-Cibolo Universal City School District sent out a letter to parents letting them know about Peters' arrest, and it was from the principal. It reads in part, quote, "This news is deeply troubling and we are taking this matter very seriously. While the Cibolo Police Department is leading the investigation, I want to reassure you that we are taking the appropriate steps here at Steele High School to address the situation and ensure the continued smooth operation of our campus," end quote.
If you want to take a look outside, it is going to be a bit gloomy today, but we do need some rain, and that's not all bad.
Yeah, and we'll get a little bit. This is not going to be a drought-busting rain, unfortunately. It's just this storm system's just moving a little too far north for us to get any real big impacts. But I still think we have some rain chances here and there, especially as we head into tonight and early tomorrow morning. Well, let me show you a time lapse here of what we saw overnight into this morning, and some fog here and there, some drizzle, some clouds, but we have not seen any sun, and I don't expect any today. It's going to be a cloudy day as we head into the afternoon. There's like the radar and satellite. You can see we have some showers and storms developing in hill country, but not much here in San Antonio. But that storm system will be approaching later tonight, and I do think showers will be on the increase. And again, maybe a storm or two. We're going to take a closer look at the forecast for you here in just a couple minutes.
Thank you very much, Justin. Well, if you were following the results on Election Day, then you know it took a long time to get those final numbers in from Bexar County despite low voter turnout.
The final tally didn't come in until just before 1:30 a.m. on Wednesday for the March 5th primary election. After everything was said and done, the Bexar County voters had Cohen in person 78,244 votes. That's in comparison during the 2020 March primary. There were 35,405 more day of voters than in 2024. Now, here's a breakdown of the other places around the state. El Paso County had 28,142 in-person votes. Dallas County, 116,892 in-person votes. And one of the largest turnouts of the night, Harris County, with 165,731 in-person votes. Tarrant County, 99,000. Travis County, almost 76,000 in-person votes.
That's right. So we wanted to know why it took so long to get those results. KSAT has called, texted, and emailed Bexar County elections officials, and we're still waiting to hear back about what caused those delays.
And as we look forward to the rest of the election year, President Biden is set to hold his State of the Union address tonight.
Yeah, this will be a big speech. In fact, it will be used as a springboard for the Biden campaign heading into November's elections. ABC's Ike Ejaji has more.
President Biden getting set to make his case to voters. This year, Biden is expected to touch on major campaign issues like the border and the economy, reminding voters that wages are rising, millions of new jobs have been added, and unemployment remains at record lows.
He's looking forward to that, to talking about the accomplishments that he's made the last 3 years, and also the vision that he has for this country.
The president plans on showcasing his accomplishments on infrastructure and manufacturing, as well as a renewed push for action on aid to Ukraine, tougher migration rules, lowering prescription drug prices, and restoring access to abortion, among other issues. He's also expected to blame Donald Trump and some Republicans for killing the bipartisan border deal. Biden will likely renew his push for higher taxes on corporations and billionaires, something Republicans have dismissed as the wrong approach. The yearly speech is a chance for the president to lay out new goals and rally Americans to support them. This year's address may look different, as Speaker Mike Johnson will appear behind Biden, the third different Speaker of the House in as many addresses for the president.
America is in decline, and nothing he says tomorrow night is going to change that.
One thing he hopes not to see this year are interruptions. Speaker Mike Johnson is urging House Republicans not to disrupt the president, reportedly telling them decorum is the order of the day. The White House announcing a group of guests that will be in the First Lady's box. Some of those invited will be Katie Cox, the 31-year-old Texas woman who was denied an emergency abortion by the state's Supreme Court. LaToya Beasley from Alabama, who had her first child through IVF and had to cancel an embryo transfer after the state Supreme Court's ruling. And outside the Capitol, roads will be closed and security tight in Washington, as more than a dozen groups plan to protest today, demanding a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Ike Ejaji, ABC News, Washington.
All right, we will also be getting the rebuttal from the Republican Party as well. So still ahead, how many women make up the San Antonio police force and what the department is doing to actually raise that number.
But first, a major change to the flu vaccine. The formula is changing after 10 years, and the COVID-19 virus is the reason for it.
Welcome back. Well, next season's flu shot formula will look a little bit different. Right now, the current formula protects against 2 A strains and 2 B strains of the virus.
But once fall hits, that formula is now only going to protect against 3 strains rather than 4. And one of those B strains from the Yamagata family hasn't been detected in testing since March of 2020. Viruses from this strain were already in decline before the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's believed the precautions people took to avoid the coronavirus finished them off.
I personally think that there's a lot of opportunity to leverage this to rebuild trust within the community, especially those who, are those that are vaccine hesitant, showing that, that vaccination isn't just to put more things in individuals' arms, but also just to address the current circulating strain.
The 4-strain formula will still be developed and distributed to other countries who are still seeing both B strains of the flu in their communities.
All right, we're taking a look at live cam right now across the city of San Antonio, and it's been a cloudy kind of day so far, a little bit muggy, but hopefully we should maybe get some rain. I don't know.
This is exactly the sort of day we don't want on April 8th.
Well, you're right about that. We
yes.
don't want that. We want clear skies for the eclipse. Hopefully that happens. Today it's just muggy and cloudy, though. 72, 66 low this morning. The records are 89 and 26. Yes, there is some rain out there, and yes, we have some small chance. We'll talk about it coming up.
If you're interested in becoming a police officer and you're a woman, the San Antonio Police Department is going to be hosting a free event just for you next weekend.
Yeah, right now women make up less than a fifth of the San Antonio police force, so SAPD obviously trying to get those numbers up. Max Massey spent a few hours at SAPD's training facility to show us what these recruits can expect next weekend.
I'm a social butterfly, so why not help the community as well as meet a bunch of people, build connections, and for the department, lifelong friends.
Officer Anya Ragoni moved to San Antonio in 2019. That's when she joined the academy. And SAPD, they're looking for more officers like Anya.
334 officers and 30 in leadership roles.
Even though the numbers look good at first glance, the Women in Policing recruitment event, it's aimed at bringing in more.
The ultimate goal is the chief did sign the 30 by 30 initiative. That is to get 30% females on the department by 2030. Right now, San Antonio Police is at 13.8%. We are very close to 14%. Nationwide, it's at 12%.
Now, the targeted recruitment, it's aimed at more effective policing and community engagement.
The community does view women as more honest and more compassionate.
And events like this, set for March 16th, they've proven effective in the past.
Females that feel scared, nervous, don't know what they're coming into, this event is perfect to break any barriers, answer any questions they might have. That way they're more comfortable applying and being a part of the department.
At worst, it'll be a fun weekend workout.
We partnered with Alpha Warriors, who will be making our event, and they're actually going to be putting all the participants through a workout.
And if it all works out, it might just change lives.
Honestly, whether it's on the department, out in the community, it's the relationships. You're going to build their lifelong relationships.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
All right, good stuff there from Max, and that is an intense workout that they have to go through. It's pretty good stuff there. So here's the information for next weekend's event. It will be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the 16th, and that'll be out there at the SAPD Academy off of Loop 410 and Pleasanton Road.
And you can't just show up. You got to register for the event beforehand. You can find a link to do that on KSAT.com. You know who could be a cadet real easily?
I'm guessing. I'm trying to read your mind here.
Okay.
Justin
Horn.
We're just about to hear
He's
from.
you.
Okay.
He is in great shape. He plays basketball.
Yeah, wow.
I'm told
he played a game last night.
Yes.
He did. I'm
He was
feeling it
bragging.
tonight. No, it was not pretty. Listen, I'm getting old. I appreciate the compliment.
No, but you are in shape. You could do that cadet training.
No, looks tough. Looks tough. I admire those. I admire those folks.
It's going to be out there next week.
One thing I do know that if they're out there training today, it's going to be warm. We're starting to feel more like spring out there. 73 right now. We've got southeasterly winds at 14, gusting to 20. So that southeasterly breeze is really starting to pump in that humidity. We can feel it. So this is out ahead of that next storm system, and we're hoping that was going to create quite a bit of shower and storm activity, and we're going to see some of that. It's just not, unfortunately, because of the track of the system, it's not going to be as widespread as we hoped. As we look at the radar right now, we're still seeing that activity up there to the north and west of Kerrville. And this is mainly over rural areas, but folks around Mountain Home, you can see a quick downpour. We have not seen any lightning strikes with this, so no thunderstorms yet. But if we're going to see any, this is an area that we will certainly watch, especially as we get into tonight. And as we look a little closer here at San Antonio, not much there, although we do have some showers starting to develop down there near Divine, and some of those could eventually work their way towards San Antonio a little bit later this afternoon. Nothing heavy today, though, just a 20% chance, 75 at 4 o'clock. Staying cloudy, 72 at 6 p.m. And we will bring up the rain chances just slightly tonight and early tomorrow morning, up to 30%. So the morning commute could feature a few showers, maybe a couple of storms, but it's, again, just not as much as we'd hoped. This is the current setup. You see some storms up there along Interstate 20. And then as we look back out towards the west, there's our storm system. But the track takes it to the north, and so the energy, most of the energy, stays just to our north. Dew point terrain. Now, this is going to be important. Dew points are high today. They start to come down tomorrow, especially this weekend, and then they'll build back next week for spring break, likely leading to some more storms as we get to this time next week, Thursday next week. Looks like there's an opportunity for more rain. Forecast in the meantime, though, this is 5 o'clock today. It does show a couple showers, maybe a couple storms popping up. We'll certainly let you know if anything does fire up. This is midnight, not much there, but as we get into tomorrow morning, that's when we could start to see some showers and a couple storms form along this model. Not showing a whole lot around 7 a.m., and that's why we lowered the rain chances just a little bit tomorrow morning. Once that front passes by, which will be mid-morning tomorrow, then we get some dry air in here, and that allows us to really warm up tomorrow. It'll be a warm day before a cold front slides through, and then it's cooler on Saturday. And windy, look at this. This is the wind chill forecast Saturday morning. This is what it will feel like, and I can't stress this enough. It is going to be cold. Wind chill values will be in the 30s and 20s in the hill country Saturday morning. So bundle up. That's the big change. We've got the chance of rain tonight, 83 tomorrow, 65 Saturday, but we start off at 45 with those chilly winds, 66 Sunday, and then warmer as we head into spring break.
Thank you.
All right, well, still ahead, the Academy Awards, we're counting down to that. The Oscars are just 3 days away, and we're getting a look at some of the front runners for the biggest awards being given out.
There is definitely something in the air in Hollywood. They are counting down, and so are we, to the Oscars. We're just 3 days away.
All right, I'm going to go out on the shortest limb ever to say that Oppenheimer's probably going to do pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny News shows us a look at
what a
three of the biggest awards.
Oppenheimer.
Now that Oppenheimer has won Best Film at the British equivalent to the Oscars, known as the BAFTAs.
Oppenheimer.
And Best Ensemble at the Screen Actors Guild Awards, it seems pretty clear that Christopher Nolan's blockbuster biopic is going to win Best Picture at the Oscars this Sunday. In fact,
Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer.
With Cillian Murphy winning Best Actor on both of those nights, the man who played Dr. Oppenheimer is poised to also run away with the Golden Statue.
Emma Stone, Poor Things.
But what about Best Actress? After what seems like a million fulfilling award shows, there doesn't seem to be any separation between Emma Stone for Poor Things, seen here winning at the BAFTAs,
Lily Gladstone.
and Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon, who won the Screen Actors Guild Award 6 days later. So which of these two awards is the better indicator? Well, in the last 10 years, the BAFTAs and the SAG Awards are each 8 for 10 in matching up with the Best Actress winner at the Oscars.
The winner, it's a tie.
Thus, is it possible that Stone and Gladstone could tie? Well, there have been just 6 in nearly a century of Oscars.
Hello, gorgeous.
But the most famous example was in the same category, with Barbra Streisand tying Katharine Hepburn back in 1969. So who knows, maybe we're nearing tie number 7. Speaking of number 7, if you want to see how this all plays out, Oscars host Jimmy Kimmel really wants you to remember 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
If you don't remember that we have daylight saving time on Sunday and that the show is an hour earlier than it always has been, you will miss my monologues. That is, I think, the big X factor going into this particular show. Will people miss the whole first hour of it?
To reiterate what Mr. Kimmel was saying, yes, the Oscars usually start at 8 p.m. Eastern, but this year, 7 p.m. We might actually be awake for Best Picture this year. 7 p.m. Finally. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
I didn't know there were ties.
Yes.
in Oscar awards.
And you can watch it right here on KSAT.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, guys, we're going to check in with SA Live right now. And Mike Osterhage. All right, Mike, we saw those Fiesta-colored bagels earlier. So you got a lot of
Pretty
food,
good.
cereal. Yeah, good stuff going on there.
We're going to get to that in just a second. First of all, we are going to learn how to draw, even if you can't draw a stick figure. And Andre Renteria is here from the Capini Academy, and our lovely model, Abigail. So I cannot draw a person. You're going to teach us how to draw her. What's the basic to it?
The basics are learning how to draw a square, a triangle, and a circle.
And that's it.
That's it.
And go from there. We're going to learn all of those basics, and he's going to be drawing throughout the course of the hour. We're going to see how that is done. All right, spring break is right around the corner, and Fiona's out there.
That's right, I'm at Alamo Heights Gymnastics Academy, and get ready for your kids to jump into a good time and jump back in time at a really cool 90s themed spring break camp. We're going to tell you all about it coming up.
All right, we can't forget about those bagels then. A lot more coming up on SA Live.